All right. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to part 5 of building the Lego SS America live right here on YouTube. So, last week was pretty eventful, I must say. It was St. Patrick's Day, of course. We got a lot of good work done on the SS America. We fully built up the first part of the superstructure. We got the bridge done, and the more and more I look at it, the better it seems to be getting, to be honest. So I think we did a pretty good job with the Sharpie windows. So that is very, very good news to hear. We also extended the hull a little bit more, obviously, up to where I will at some point try to incorporate the pre-war lettering that the SS America had in 1931. 39 to 1941, and we'll get there at some point when I have the resources for a bricklink order. Anyways, as for today's goals, we will be mainly focusing on getting the shape of the first funnel right, and really for the both of the funnels, since the second funnel is really just going to be a copy and paste of the first one that we come up with here. Sorry, my eyes are just a little bit itchy right now. One thing I did forget to do that I said I would do off camera is add a second cargo hatch here on this upper deck area here. Forgot to do that, obviously. So I'll get to doing that sometime this week off camera as well. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all the goals I have for now. So actually, really quickly before we start, I want to actually go grab a tape measure, and I'm going to go over there and measure the Queen Mary, because we're going to make the SS America about the same size as the Queen Mary lengthwise. So bear with me for just a second while I go grab a tape measure, which I so unbelievably forgot to do before we started. All right, well, that didn't take much time at all. Anyways, all right, so we have our tape measure. Now, I'm going to make my way over here. And let's see here. So the Queen Mary is approximately 41 inches in length. Really quickly, I'm just going to check how much the Britannic is. That looks like about 49 inches. Whoa, it's a pretty crazy sound. So then that means at 41 inches, the SS America is going to be like there. So we're going to make the SS America about 40 or 39 inches then. Seems like a good idea to me. So now, let me go ahead. Oops, whoa, stay. Let me now switch the camera around, and we shall begin. Ooh, my goodness, I can't believe I forgot the light. How are we going to do anything without adequate lighting? How unbelievably forgetful of me. Sorry, guys. I was kind of on a time crunch preparing for the stream. I had, once again, a science lesson that dragged on for a little bit longer than usual. So that was the reason why I started late and didn't have that much time to prepare. So sorry about that, guys. All right. There we go. That should be much. Okay. I'm going to just like that. Welcome to the stream, Carl Copleston. Thank you for joining in. Great to see some people in here. And wow. Okay, well, we're not actually, it's actually not going to be that big. Let's see, how do I, okay, there. So at 40 inches means the America, we're actually almost fully made the America almost all the way to its, full extended length, actually. This is really surprising. So we're already more than halfway there, it seems. That is very good news. But also kind of bad news, because I have no idea how I'm going to make it lead into that. I feel like I've made it very big, and if that is the case, we're going to have to like completely disassemble the whole thing. Which is not an outcome that I would look forward to very much. But I think maybe what we're going to try to do in this stream is maybe even extend at least the hull all the way to the end, just so we can kind of work from there in terms of proportionality and stuff like that. So we might actually start doing that before we move on to the actual funnel. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep this measurements in case I need it. I'm gonna leave that over there. Actually, wait, hold on. Before I do that, I just subscribed to your channel. Thank you so much, Carl Copleston. I greatly appreciate that. I guarantee you subscription will not be underappreciated because I got some really cool stuff planned for the next few months. Including finishing this ship, of course, the SS America. Anyways, I was going to get my images pulled up here. There we go. Give me a few more seconds here, guys. Okay. All right. I now have my images. And I'm just going to try to find the right one first. There we go. All right. And now, let's see. I'm going to make it significantly longer. Let's try our best to reach that length in bricks right now. So where's my red bricks? Okay, there they are. Actually, I think I'm just going to open a brand new bag here. We're definitely going to need it. Is that the Titanic? No, it is not the Titanic, although it does look very similar at this stage. It is the SS America, a World War II era American ocean liner that was built to finally compete with the European superliners that were ruling the seas at the time, and finally put America back into the transatlantic passenger liner trade, because America was lagging behind for decades in that regard. So the America was meant to finally put America sort of back on the radar as far as shipbuilding goes. And it certainly would have done that earlier if certain world events who didn't happen, also known as World War II. So that wasn't really the greatest for the America. But after the war, she did survive quite triumphantly. So she had a very successful career afterwards. And after changing hands a couple times, she was meant to be scrapped. And then she kind of broke the tow lines of her towboat, and she beached on the Portuguese island of Madeira. And she remained there till, I believe, around like 2019, when her last piece of steel fell into the ocean. So a pretty rich history for this slightly smaller liner. All right. Let's see here. Looks like we're going to have to extend the skeleton a little bit. We're also going to need to figure out how on earth... How on earth we're going to make the shaping work towards the end. So, let me see here, actually. Welcome to the stream, user insert name there. And no way. No way. Vexpop, by the way. Holy! Brian! How great it is to see your face. It has been more than a minute. It's been months, man. It is so great to see you in here. And yes, I'm not going to ask about the username, but wow! That is incredible. I thank you for joining, man. It's great to see you. Absolutely great to see you, man. Okay, and what was I gonna do just now? Right, I was gonna see a side view of the SS America. Okay, it better give me some actual good images. Whoa! How have I not known about this one sooner? That is pretty nice, actually. That is very nice. Come on, Google. Why couldn't you give it to me sooner? Like, oh gosh. Okay, there we go. All right, let me see here. I've been trying to type in the chat for a while, but it wouldn't let me, so I had to create a new account. Oh my goodness. I mean, if that's not dedication, I don't know what is. I greatly appreciate that, Brian. That is great. You couldn't type in my chat, so you went out and made a whole new account just so you could type. That means a lot. That means a lot, to be honest. Okay. So, okay, this image is kind of having the end cut off a little bit, but that's all right. So let's see. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Whoops, I miscalculated there again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 studs. That is comparable to, holy moly. Wow. I did not expect that. I feel like we might be making this extremely out of scale, and if we somehow manage to even get it in scale, then, oh, okay, I miscounted actually. That's going to be 17 studs, which is comparable to what? Dang it. Okay, this computer is not allowing me to do anything again, guys. Bear with me here. There we go. Much better. Bro. Okay, guys, the computer's being obstinate again. Sorry about this. Is this ship going to Brick Fair? Probably. I mean, I don't know. We'll see if I'll be attending the Brick Fair this year. Actually, not sure when or where it's going to happen since they're turning the old Expo Center into an IKEA now. But we'll see. I think it's happening in September, but I'm not entirely sure. By then, we should have the Atlantic and the America done. So if time allows, then I will absolutely be going to the Brick Fair. Let's see. So this computer, bro, I gotta get a new one. All right. That's what, 17 studs? Can it be? Yes, it can. That's 17 studs, which is, holy moly. Okay, what's the space in between the funnels? 4 studs, which is comparable to that. So that's 1, 2, 3. That can't be. Either I've built this extremely out of proportion, or I'm building this way too big. Could be both, I suppose. Could be both. Yeah, this is a little tough. I mean, hold on, guys. Let me just search up a couple of dimensions really quickly, because I feel like we need to do that at this point. Let's see, SS America width. It's not giving me the width again. Wonderful. Okay. let's see. Beam 93, okay. Now I'm going to compare that to the Britannic, which we have already built. Just to compare. Okay, so it's pretty much the same width. Now for height. Doesn't have the height. Wonderful. Length. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm building this really out of proportion, and I think I might be. But I think before we go too far down this very inoptimistic rabbit hole, I am just simply going to continue extending the hull all the way to where it will end. So I'm going to get on that. Alright, we're going to need quite a few bricks to accomplish this. I'm not sure if I have the necessary amount, that is. But we shall see. Right there. And there. Alright. And I think... Actually, maybe right there would be a nice place to put a little brace right there. I think that'll be a nice place to put a brace. Let's see. Do we have any pieces that we could use for braces, potentially? Oh, we have this. That's too wide. What else do we have? I mean, we have this. This will work. Actually, no, it won't. Oh, no, it will. Well, yeah, it will. Yeah, we just have to put a 1x4 on the other side. Or we could put a 2x4. That also works pretty well, I suppose. There. Okay. Now we put that there. And as for the other side, we're going to have to put this there. And now a red 1x4 is in order. Actually, I feel like... no, it's going to be fine. I was thinking maybe of putting a 1x6 there. Ooh, that's not going to work. That will, though. Okay. Works out rather nicely. Right there. And there. And there. And there. Anyways, how's your day been, chat? Mine has been pretty monotonous up until this point. But how's your guys' day been going? Just curious. Day's been pretty good. Love to hear it. Love to hear it, Brian. That is very much good. Yeah, mine's been all right, I suppose. It has been pretty fun anticipating this stream, though. And we mustn't forget our main goal, which is to get to the funnel as well. So once we do this, we're going straight into that funnel work. All right. There. And I suppose no harm in using a little red brick for some filler. And, ooh, we're going to need another brace there, it seems. Actually, guys, I think maybe we might be in good proportion after all. And I was just overthinking things earlier. which seems to be pretty common, to be honest. Okay. So there, and there. Now we need some more bricks, which we can put right there. And now we need to put a filler brick spanning this gap. So I'm going to do this like that, and that like this. Why is it not going on? Oh my gosh. Is that broken glass in there? Chad, hold on. Is that broken glass in there? I get all my parts secondhand, so what on earth is going on there? I don't know. How many pieces does it usually take to build one of these ships? Well, it depends which ship I'm building. The Queen Mary, I believe, was around 3,000, 4,000. The Britannic was in the 5,000, 7,000 range. Now the SS United States, that one, I don't know, probably in the 8,000, 10,000 range, maybe even more, with all the sand green and tiny details we added, plus the gigantic, super chunky, solid spine. So I think it's pretty safe to assume that the big U that we built last year probably took up at least 8,000, 10,000. Wait, guys, I think... Ooh, oops. Oopsie. I got one of the pieces of supposed glass out, and I think it might be pieces of somebody's glasses? I don't know. Whatever they are, this is weird. I'd rather not look at it anymore. Well, to whoever's potential glasses those could be, well, they're forever inside the SS America now, so there's that. All right, now we need a little bit some more filler brick. All right, we got some. All right. How does that even happen to that brick, lol? I know! That's weird! I mean, it's unconfirmed if that's like pieces of glass or somebody's glasses or whatever. It felt like plastic, but it also felt like the kind of glass that's in glasses. I'm not sure how on earth it could have happened. I might have gotten that brick from like bricks and minifigs or whatever. So at this point, who knows? I mean, my best guess would be that they're pieces of glass from glasses, but I don't know. This is curious. Very, very curious. And right, and here I don't want to use any more 1x4s, so we can save it for the funnel. So I think I'm gonna just put some 1x2s here. So that way we can put 1x6s there, which I do have some more of. So that way we can save 1x4s for the funnel. Okay, there. Now we just need to do the same for the other side. Whoa, this is pretty cool. Ooh, a really old brick without tubes. Look at that. This must be like 50s. Okay, I don't know. What keeps going on? I feel like it's going... I don't know. What keeps going on? I feel like it's going in and out. I mean, I'm looking at my display and like it keeps freezing. Okay, is it freezing right now for you guys? I don't know, because I feel like it's freezing for me on my display. Like, it keeps freezing. I don't know what on earth is going on, but we're gonna continue going. Nonetheless. Ooh, we need to connect that there somehow. Might have to go digging for some more filler bricks soon, it seems. Looking at the way our stores are looking right now, as far as filler brick goes. So, ooh, there's that light blue piece that we found last stream. Welcome to the stream, SR Lens. Thank you for joining in. Good to see more people coming in here. And oh, it's actually a good opportunity to use this random Russian brick that I found. Throwback to when we had that Polish brick last stream. It's still visible as of now. There's that Kobe Polish brick. Now we got a Russian brick to add into the mix. Well, I was about to say, wonder if we'll get some Chinese bricks, but we already have plenty of those going in here. Ugh. In fact, just to prove this Chinese brick supremacy, I am going to actually put one of those Chinese bricks right there. Boom. Chinese brick. Y'all, mind-blowing stuff, ain't it? Alright, so... Ooh, we got some... What are these? We got more Polish bricks, y'all! Look at that. This time we got two. Two Kobe Polish bricks that are refusing to separate. There we go. Two Polish bricks. We'll put them in here at some point. Actually, this looks like a good opportunity to put them in right here. So I am going to do that. Just like that. Why is this? Oh, it's because it's not connected. Okay, I'm done. Let's find out what we can do about that. Okay, we can use a lavender brick there. That's just fine. How often do you see a lavender brick? Apparently often enough, because I'm using it as a filler brick. Alright, gonna grab another 1x6. Plop it down there. And finish this layer off. Add on a little bit more to this layer. There we go. And now we need to connect this. How are we going to do that? We're going to do that like this. Boom. There, that's very nice and connected. And now, actually, what I'm going to do is connect it to that other side we made that was also not connected to. Oh, wow, look at this. A trans green 2x2. That's pretty cool. I don't really feel like using that because that's slightly cool, I would say. Ooh, let's try not to use blue bricks since we need those for the funnel. I'll use a pink brick, sure, bet. Nice light pink brick. For our... Whoa! That is extremely unstable. Let's see. That seems to have fixed it. Alright. Now we're going to put this there. And that's not big enough to bridge the gap. So, I'm simply going to put a 2x2 of some sort in there. What kind of 2x2 can we put there, though? Oh, this one should do. Should be adequate. Okay, unfortunately, it looks like we might have to go digging just a little bit for some filler brick, guys. But luckily, I know where to look this time, so this shouldn't take long at all. Okay, we're already finding some pretty good filler brick here. Whoa! We're finding lots of... Oh my gosh! Lots of beautiful filler brick. This is beautiful right here, chat. I know you can't see what I'm doing right now. I'm just speaking through my very wonderful Bluetooth mic that is currently attached to my chest. All right, wow. Oh, this is some crazy filler brick. Whoa. Whoa. I did not expect this box to be this good for filler brick. Wow. All right, that should actually be all we need for now. If we ever need more, we know which box to go to. Goodness. Welcome back to the stream, baby bacon. I remember you from the last stream. Thank you for joining back in. It is great to see you. Thank you so much, baby bacon. I appreciate you for joining back. All right, we're going to do that there. And here we can attach it like that. That's good. Very good stuff. And then that can be put there, just like that. And hold on, let me just go ahead and keep on extending. We might actually need to soon transition back into another brace here. Because as you can see, we've kind of been making them a little bit too scarce recently. So we're going to decrease the rarity a little bit. How can we do that? I think just like this. So maybe, okay, what's the best way to do this? Like that? Oh yeah, that's actually perfect. That is extremely, extremely perfect. All right. Okay. I kind of want to stop using red bricks because we do need those, but I also don't want to use blue bricks because we also need those. All right, we're just going to keep it like that then. And that is far too long. So I'm not going to use that. This, though, this is perfect length. Goldilocks length right here. What? All right. Okay, let's continue the extensions. Might need some 2x2 action here, though. All right. Put that there just to continue making things interlock correctly. Not be too messed up by the 1x6s we placed there earlier. Ooh, what am I doing? We gotta start working on the curve towards the end of the stern. What am I doing? Hold on, we gotta disassemble all this. We gotta start the curve like right now. That should be a good place to start it. And then we need a 2x3 and a 2x3. All right, oops, kick the camera. But no big worries. Actually, I'm gonna make this one before. Should we make it start a little bit sooner, this curve, chat? I feel like maybe we should. Actually, no. We're just gonna go for it for now, actually. Go with it for now. And we'll just cross the bridge when we get there. If it looks bad, we'll take it apart. You know the drill. If you were here for part 1 of building the SS America, then you'll know very well how we do those types of things around here. I mean, just looking at the pictures here, it's already not as crazy of a sort of down amount as the SS United States, just because the SS America wasn't really built that much for speed, so she had a kind of a wider draft in most places. I think we are going to have to disassemble this a little bit. I feel like this, I'm not sure exactly what to call it. I'm just going to continue calling it a dynamo for now, but it needs to happen sooner, I think. So why is this twisting so bad? Oh, it's because it's not connected. Okay, that makes sense. That only makes it 2 studs shorter, though. Or does that make it shorter at all? Wait, hold on. That doesn't make it shorter at all. Wait, hold on. Okay, that, though, that feels a little bit better. Okay, there. And then, what's the shape of the rudder? How is the rudder shaped? This is very important to know how the rudder was shaped. Okay, it was like that. Alright, then. That is very much acceptable rudder shapiness. We're going to make this by 6, I think. That would be a good length. And let's see. I'm just going to put a Chinese brick there. Whatever. It's not like we're in particularly short supply of those. And now we continue the so-called dynamo that I'm coining. It has nothing to do with ships, by the way. It's a term used in filmmaking or story writing, more like. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. That looks alright. I feel like I should lower the camera a little bit more, though, for you guys, so you can see things. Let me zoom in. And why is it bleak? This camera. I don't know about you guys, but this camera coloring, at least, feels very bleak and is making the red look very drab, even though in real life it is anything but drab. It's actually very vibrant. Almost said violence, but no, it is vibrant. Okay, this is looking good so far, I must say. It's looking very good. And then there, we could have something like that. And something like that. How are we doing on weight? Very well on weight here. Alright, let me move some more of these bags out of the way. I think that this will actually help us a lot, Chad, with the sort of proportionality or scale of proportionality that I feel like I've really been missing while building this and kind of making me nervous about it. So I feel like we should actually make this longer. Is that? Yeah, we probably should make this longer. I'm just going to take this all apart again. All right. And we're going to make this part specifically right here slightly longer. There. So instead of 6 studs, I'm going to make it 7 studs. I'm actually not joking, guys. If it was 6 studs, now it's going to be 7 studs. Now we just need a 2x3 for the other side, which we luckily have right over here. Put that there, just like, oops, just like that. And I'm going to take that off. Put that there. And that there. There. And there. And then here, are we... you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm actually dumb. I'm actually extraneously slow in mind. Let's see here. Yeah, that was 6 studs, and now it's 7. Thinking about maybe making it 8 even. We're gonna make it 7 studs also on the next sort of step in. That makes sense. the continuement of the dynamo. It's again, that's not at all what it's called. I don't know what else to call it, to be honest with you. And then here, should we make it 2 again here, chat? Should we make it like that? I feel like we should. I feel like that would do us some good. So where are these 2x3s spawning from, bro? I swear. They are just spawning. This is odd. Extremely odd. All right, now we need actually 2 more. Are they going to spawn in front of me again? No, they're not. That's sad. I actually was kind of hoping that they would, because then that would make life so much greater. All right. Looks like we got another older sort of... Whoa. Chat, I have not seen that kind of pattern on bricks before. The kind of print. This must be... This is... It's hard to tell whether this is from the early 70s or the early to mid 60s. Either way, I'm going to keep it until I find a better answer, and I'm not going to be putting that in. Here we go. Found a Chinese one. That's always better to use than a legitimate 1960s, 70s brick. You guys can't see what I'm doing again. Well, now you can. Okay. I'm going to do that now. Should we make this 6 or 7 here, guys? 6 or 7 studs. And I swear to you, I'm not trying to make a joke. I absolutely swear to you. But I actually need to know if it's going to be 6 or 7 studs. Okay. Yeah, guys, I can't take it either, but at this point, we can't say 6 or 7 without thinking about it. Even if it has absolutely nothing to do with the meme, at this point, we can't stop hearing it because our brains are just that brain rotted. It's sad. Anyway, I'm going to continue onwards. Let's see here. Is that an old brick? I think so. I mean, would you do have any sort of like expertise on this baby bacon? Because I could sure use some. Guess it's upside down. So you see the way the Lego logo is printed? Like I have one here that's just really dirty. It looks old. I don't know. That's a bad example. Let me see. I had one here that we found a stream or 2 ago that was really old. I don't know. I might have thrown it back in. I don't know. I'll find it and then I'll show it to you to compare. But yeah, so see the way the Lego logo is on this brick? I mean, that's a clear indication that it's the first decade of Lego's patented patented tubes. That looks like it's from 1965 or 66. Okay. Okay, so that's about what I thought. I thought it might have been a little bit earlier, maybe a little bit later, but yeah, I've seen a lot of bricks with this similar style of molding on their studs, but this one just looks slightly off. So I was wondering maybe it's a little bit different. I don't know. Okay, here we're definitely going to be using 6 studs. Let me see. Do we have a 2x2? Yes, we do. Okay, there and there. Oh man, I've been completely neglecting the skeleton. Alright, so we're gonna need to connect that somehow. How do we do that though? Can put that there for one. Okay, I see what happened. My mic died. Or did it?
Okay, I see what happened.
Wait, hold on, Chad.
My mic died. Okay, I see what happened.
Hello?
My mic died.
All right.
Hold on, Chad.
Is this?
Hello? Hold on, Chad.
I think. Wait, hold on. I think.
Hello?
Is this? Okay, what's going on here? All right, I think I fixed it, Chad.
Is this?
I fixed it. All right.
I think. Wait, hold
All right.
on. I think.
Wonderful. All right, Caroline,
Hello?
thank you so much for pointing that out. I had no idea that that was
What's
happening.
going on here?
Looks like my mic just. I guess no mic for me because it has died. What is going on with this mic? Okay, whatever. I guess I'm not gonna have a mic. I'm just gonna leave it to charge for the rest of the stream. That's wonderful. You know, that is absolutely what I wanted tonight. To have a micless stream. But it happens, I guess. We'll have that charging over there, and for now I'm just gonna use my camera's microphone. Well, now it looks like I won't be able to do random filler brick hauls that easily anymore. Kind of sad, but yes, sometimes you have to do what you gotta do. And after all, the show must go on. So we cannot let that stop us. We must continue. Right, that is good structure there. All right, wonderful. Wonderful, you can hear it, thank goodness. All right, so apparently my mic died, but that's all right because it is charging now, and hopefully I will have it back by the end of the stream. So for now, I'm just gonna use my camera's mic. Should be working more than well enough for the time being. Now we need to do that little area, this little notch in between the propellers and the, what is it called? The rudder, yes. And I'm kind of debating, okay, maybe I need some 2x2s? Is that what I need? Some 2x2s there? I'm trying to make it to, so to where it's really sort of angling itself inward to a point, then we can have a notch, and then we can have the very, very squarish rudder, and then the entire lower hull parts below the waterline should be extended to its fullest length, which is pretty exciting to think about. Okay, how do we do this? It would be cool. It would be cool if we could do a snot thing right there. Would be cool. Talking to yourself the whole time. Yeah, that's kind of awkward to think about. So I'm not gonna think about it. Instead, I'm gonna press forward. Or maybe it'd be better if I used a 1x4 there. A 1x4, and then 1x2, something like that. That could work. Ooh, don't kick the camera. All right. There. Yeah, sure, I suppose. That works all rightly. Or maybe we should have that extended a little bit more. No, it should be good. Should be good right where it is. Now, I think I'm gonna put this here. Oh, dang it, that's not wide enough. Oh, I could just put 2 of these. And that would be absolutely fine. Yeah, like that. Alright, there and there. And then we need just one more filler brick. I'm just gonna put that there. Like that. And then this there, like that. Let's see, actually this could be a good opportunity for some extra supportage here. So I'm gonna extend that out ever so slightly, like, actually, Actually, I'm going to do a little bit something like this. Just like that. Should be good enough. Just like that. Okay, good. And we're going to make it go in again. This time we're going to use the 1x6. That's kind of a weird shape there, but we'll take it. We'll take it. It's fine. Now how do we go from here? Like this? Suppose we could do something like this. Like that. And like that. Okay. Now we need 2x2. And just like that. So it looks like this space is gonna have to be about, wait. Hold on, let me take a better look, a better gander at this. Inspect it a little bit. That's weird. We gotta fix something about that area. Now, how do we fix that, and what do we fix about it is the question. What is this? This is, oh gosh. This is annoying, that's what it is. I'm gonna take apart the whole thing. Arr. Okay. There we go. Gosh dang it, I was really hoping that I would not have to do that. So it looks like we are gonna have to put a 1x6 there to make it seem even remotely good. Then we're gonna put two 2x4s there, like that. Okay, why does the camera keep twisting like this? This is annoying. There, that should help a little bit. All right, now I'm gonna put these in there. All right, didn't hear any sound for a bit too. Glad to hear now. Okay, so looks like the mic was the problem. I'm having it charged now. Hopefully we'll get it back before the end of the stream, because doing it micless is kind of hard to do. Michelle, how's your day been so far? It's been all right. It's been all right. Definitely having the anticipation of doing this stream has made it better for me. Yeah, sure. That's what you were trying to say. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's been fine. It's fine. Oh, okay. You actually meant it, because I thought you were actually saying Michelle, because a lot of people call me that affectionately. But okay, you were not saying that. All right, my bad, Sam. Let's see, so this is gonna have to be about 6 studs. Yeah, that's kind of like my nickname that people call me, Sam. I guess for your information, I suppose. Oh, is this actually gonna be 6 studs? Hold on, because we need space in the rudder and a little bit of space before that. It's not 6 studs. Okay, that's more like 4 studs. So I'm just gonna do that like that, and that will be perfect. And the question is, how are we gonna suspend all of this? That is definitely a better question. Maybe something like that. Ooh. It's not the most stable at the moment, but trust the process. Gonna slide one underneath as well. And then right there, we're gonna plop down that rudder. That very, very squarish rudder. Welcome to the stream, Freaky French Fries. Man, what a name. That might be the greatest username I've ever had on a live stream. Welcome to the stream, Freaky French Fries. It is good to have you. And we could do with a 1x6 here. I don't really want to use this one, because this is kind of a piece of Lego history here. Yeah, look at the logos. There's no tubes, so this could be like even 50s. For all I know, that brick could be older than my grandma. So we're not going to use that. And instead, I'm going to focus on this extremely, appallingly square rudder, which should be about that big. There we go. There's our very nice square rudder. It's not actually going to be able to pivot, though, unfortunately. It's kind of sad. But it's fine. We don't really need that much play functions in these things anyway. They're meant to look good for when I take them to brick fairs. Brick fairs. I've only taken my ships to one brick fair so far. That was last year. Still have not uploaded the vlog for that, guys. I might still do, because I have a lot of it done, but not all of it. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I do really want to get it out because I had a bunch of interviews from other exhibitors there. And I feel kind of mean not letting them have the spotlight I promised them. So probably going to have to do that sooner or later. Either have their interviews as independent ones, just their own videos, or just, yeah, I don't know. Something like that. At this point, because yeah. Anyway, how are we gonna make this go in just a little bit more? Maybe like that. Yeah, sure, that works. We're gonna put a light pink brick there, actually, like that. Gosh, this is some sketchy building techniques going on right here. Some very, very sketchy techniques, but you know what? We're gonna allow it. Yeah, look at this. This just screams sketchy. Absolutely nothing structural about that. Goodness. Want to hear a dad joke? Yes, please. We need some laughs in here. I only get sick on Saturdays and Sundays. I must have a weekend immune system. That's a knee slapper. That's a knee slapper right there, Sam. that one, to be honest, that one's actually pretty good. That one's pretty good, I must say. A weekend immune system. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. That's like borderline dad joke, an actual good joke, because that is a good joke. Okay, where was I? Right. We're gonna do 1x6 there. Hopefully this will ease the sketchiness a little bit. Then a 2x4 there. Like that. I don't know if this is really the shape I'm trying to go for here. But sure, I guess I'm gonna roll with it, as I usually do. Alright, Google told me to say it. Google has actually been getting better over the past, I don't know how long, but it's actually been giving us good images of the SS America for once today. It's definitely not taken over by leprechauns anymore. It's been a week since that. And if Google can cook up a joke as such as that, that is actually mighty impressive. So maybe Google is bouncing back, or at least we can hope so. We can surely hope so. That looks pretty good to me, Chad. What do you say? That looks actually really, really not bad. I'm surprised by how not bad that looks. It's actually crazy. All right, and now this part should hopefully make this section not as sketchy as before. We're gonna put these random medium pink bricks. I think that's what they are called. Or actually, should we put those in, or should we instead put just 1x4s? I think we should just put 1x4s. Just a bunch of light pink 1x4s. Like that. Okay. And then we'll put the 1x2 in that space. There. Oh, goodness. Yep, that is certainly sketchy. Holy. Okay. Okay, there. Hold on, I'll be back in a minute. All right, Freaky French Fries, hope to see you again. And that absolutely wonderful name you have there. The question is does that look good? I don't think so, to be honest. If only I had a red corner. If only I had a red corner brick. That would just be so incredibly amazing. But that kind of feels more like a wishful dream than a reality. I mean, the chance of me having one in here is like pretty much. But never say never. Oh my gosh, I actually have one. I was just about to say the chance to find one here is close to 0. I guess that close was pretty on point because I literally have one. Huh. What are the chances? Now, I do need another one. And the chance of another one is actually pretty much 0, I'm pretty sure. Unless we find one and I'm proven wrong once again. I would love for that to be the case, but I don't think that it is going to be. Unless, yeah, no. I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. Let's see if I can find one elsewhere. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Who knows? Or we could come up with, I don't know, something else to use, some other crazy technique. If I had a 1x1, I suppose I could use that. Use a knife to cut the Lego pieces how you want. That's actually not a bad idea. I know that's a highly illegal building technique, but I have seen people do it. I don't know if it will look good with the tubes though that much. But I've seen people do it, well, I guess mostly with Lego that was already glued. I'm just really thinking about Sam Suxieri, if y'all know who I'm talking about. He's very much goated. If y'all ever heard of Sam Suxieri, but he's a worker at Lego Discovery Center. And he's pretty good at his job. Oh no, Sam, don't worry about it, an illegal building technique is just a technique that puts stress on the pieces, which over time can crack or warp the bricks. So you needn't be worried, Sam. You needn't be worried. Gosh, English is not Englishing today. And it also looks like we have more 1x2s than I previously thought. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna have to continue to strengthen that. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do this. Ooh, actually we should do that to the other side, see if that looks good. Does it look good? Maybe if we move it forward a bit, then it'll look better. Trust, guys, trust. And oh, I think that looks better. Not gonna lie, I think that looks better. So we're gonna keep it. And that also looks pretty nice, so we're gonna keep that as well. Now, I think I might be out of 1x50, unfortunately. So we might have to be forced to use a 1x4 there. Right, and now we can use that. And we also need a 1x of some sort. I really hope I can find one elsewhere though, because I really want to save them for building the funnel. Okay, I found one. Wonderful. Fate is on my side today, guys. This is very good news. Okay, there. Now, do I have a 1x6? Nope. But I do have this. So we're gonna strengthen it. And we most certainly need as much filler work in this space as possible. Make sure everything is as rigid as it possibly can be. I'm gonna put this there. And I think now is a pretty good time to work on the white strip section. Okay. So, do we have any pieces? Wait, let me pull up a picture here real quick so I can see how long the pre-war lettering. So let's see here. SS America. Pre-war side view. I didn't ask for a map, Google. Never mind. Maybe Google is not back. What was that? Did y'all hear that sound? That was weird. Okay. I'm not going to question it too much. Let's see. Do we have any good images of her with her pre-war lettering on her side? Please tell me we do. Found a really good one last time. And unfortunately, oh my gosh, I found an even better one. Holy moly. Chad, look at that. Look at that. How beautifully glorious is that? All right, wait, hold on. I'm going to move the camera over here so you can see what I'm doing. And now, let's see. So, how long is this exactly? So the lettering is pretty much exactly, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 studs, which is comparable to, whoa, that whole area. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 studs. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Right there. Wait, hold on. Let me recount that real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5. Or is it? It is 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. What? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay. All right. I got it all correct there. That is good to know. But I do feel like it should be 30 instead. So we're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to move it to there instead. So this is how big the letters, or how much space the letters are going to take up. Then, at least for now, until we, I guess, I'll make it 32 actually. 1, 2, there. All right, now we gotta tile all this with, you'll never believe it, tiles. I know, crazy, right? Tiling with tiles really tickles your... Whoa, look at that. A piece from the Saturn V. That's cool. I'm going to use it. That's actually perfect. Couldn't think of a better piece of usage there. The top half of that used to say, just United States. That's ironic since this is the running mate of the SS United States, so I don't know, it seems pretty fitting if you ask me to use that piece there, use that tile. Okay, put that there. And that there. I'm going to continue putting tiles. Let's see. Okay, we got a few more tiles. Ooh, we're going to need a 1 by 1 there. Interesting. But we're not on that side. We don't need that. Or do we? We do. All right. Well, I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Okay. There we go. That's the full lettering section finished. And that saves us a lot of white plate for future issues. So I'm gonna put this here. Actually, no, I'm not gonna put that there because that's gonna cause even more issues. Let's see. Dang it. Am I gonna have to go digging again? That would be sad. Alright, well, oh, never mind. I have a very perfect piece right here. This is very convenient. Oops. Just put that there, like that. And we're gonna keep going. Alright, we need as many of those pieces as we can find. Have another one right here. I'm gonna use it. And actually another one is perfect. Don't know if how useful it will be just yet. Oh, well, what am I doing? Just remove that. Now we gotta get rid of this, which is gonna be very hard, I presume. It has just occurred to me that I have not taken a single sip of water this entire stream, which is like unheard of for me. What? I have not drank a single drop of water this whole stream, and I'm wondering why my throat feels like this. Okay, get a drink of water. All right, my throat feels much better now. Oops, don't mean to drop it. And we shall continue. This, I think I will save for later. And I'm instead going to use just a 2x4 there. Just a regular old 2x4. And I think that's all we really need to do as far as hull extension goes for today. Actually, wait, hold on. I want to stabilize that back section a little bit more before we finally move on to the funnel. So I'm gonna zoom in, and now we need to do what? Actually, I'm gonna make it like that. So actually, wait, I'm gonna move this forward by 2. See if that looks better. No, it doesn't. This, though, that looks much better. So I'm going to do that. Ooh, but I can't do that on the other side. Oh, great. How am I going to do this now? Oh, wow. I do have another 1x6. How amazing is that? It's wonderful. Okay. Okay, there. Problem solved. Haha. All right, perfect. Now, I require a white 4x4, preferably, if I can find one. I seriously doubt I will, but one can hope. One can hope. Or I guess 2x4s also work pretty well. If it comes down to that, that is. Okay, 2x3. I mean, fine, I guess. Do I have any in my other bin? I do. Nice. Okay, good. So you can put those there like that. And then had a 1x2 around here somewhere. Don't know where that went. Not gonna worry about that too much right now. Do you have any 1x anythings so that we can put there in that space? Would be nice if we had some 1x anythings. 1x4. I'll take that. There. And now we just need one for the other side, which I do have. Wow, that's a long one. That is plenty of leeway there. Now I'm just going to do that. All right, that should be enough of that for now. So I'm going to get rid of the tape measure, just like that. And I am going to finally move on to making the funnel. All right, this should be fun. We had some trouble with the funnels on the SS United States last time, so we'll see. And now that the SS America is her full length, it's going to be hard to keep her in frame the whole time, so I'm just going to place her on the floor down here. Ooh, I've just found a weak point, chat. I have found a weak point that we must fix right away. So right here, it breaks off really easily. We can fix that, I know exactly how, by, where's my separator? By doing this. All right? Okay, bear with me. And putting a 2x3 there instead. Like, hello? Like that. And then now we put the 2x3 back. There. Perfect. All right, that should hopefully help it stay intact a little bit easier. Okay, cool. All right, now should be able to lift this without much problem. And it is staying intact pretty nicely. And I'm going to carefully place it on the floor like that. And we are going to start work on the funnel now. Oh boy, this is going to be tough. All right, so first, let's see how tall they are. Actually, before we do that, let me pull up a top-down view of the funnels. So these ones are going to have to be significantly smaller than what we did for the SS United States, obviously. And I'm thinking like 4 studs wide, that small, and about 6 studs long. I think that could be good. Top-down view blueprints. Maybe that will give me a better result. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. All right. Oops. Hold on. All right. Did that give us some good results, please? That's a good side view. Not really what I asked for, though. This is what I asked for. Perfect. Okay, so let's see how tall they are first. So they are about 3 studs tall. That is comparable to that long. So counting that on the ship is, wait, hold on. How much again? Okay, that much. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 studs tall. So about 11 bricks tall. Holy moly. Let's just see how tall that is for some perspective. Okay, so this piece is 5 bricks. Another 5 bricks. And 1 brick at the top. So it looks like the funnels are going to have to be this tall. That's a little bit too tall, I think. studs, though. Needs to be 10 studs, not bricks. And studs are smaller than bricks, guys. I'm actually big brain. I'm so big brain. Look at that. Okay, so we just need 4 bricks on top of that then. And how are we going to do that? Okay, that's 2 bricks. And if I could just have another one with 2 bricks. Pretty please. Okay, looks like it's not going to be that easy, but that's okay. Because we can just do this. That's a briefcase, never mind. Come on, but we can do, hello? But we can do this. So that seems about to be about the height of our funnels. Seems like a good height if you ask me. So let us begin. Let's start with the shaping here. And so it's going to be about 4 studs wide, 6 studs long. We're going to make it like that. Start out as such. And then... Then what? Okay, Right, should it be 6 studs, though? I'm not entirely sure. Let me double check. That is... about 3 studs long, which is comparable to that much, which is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Yeah, we'll make it 6. Actually, we might need to make it 7. I'm sorry, but that's actually might be what we need to do. So, I'm gonna do it. All right, where's our 1x2s? Where is our 1x2s? There. So there's that. Are we sure they're that thin, though? Are we sure about that? Oh, yeah, we're sure about that. Then, looks like we are going to have to make it 7, actually. We thought it's going to be 6, but it's actually going to be 7, Chad. There. That looks like a pretty decent shape, if you ask me, for a funnel. So, we're going to keep it. Now, we must build it up to its full height. Its full potential here. Okay, now I need those 1x4s that I was rationing earlier. And it looks like it's actually going to pay off quite nicely. And so far, this is a breeze, but not to jinx things, because things could always go south. You never know. And then I'm going to put a 1x2 there. Ooh, another good question is, when do we put in the white and blue layers into this? I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Maybe, and we'll just have to eyeball things. No big measurements, I think, will be required. So we're just going to eyeball things then. Alright, this seems like a good opportunity to use that. And now this will be like that. That fell down, not good. Okay, now we do this. Now, do we have a 2x4? Any more 2x4s left? Please tell me we do. Okay, we do. We're kind of screwed if we don't, to be honest. And, okay, we have plenty of 1x2s, so nothing to worry about on that account. What I am worrying about is our very probable lack of blue parts for the layers. But I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. we will get there when we get there, chat. All right, this feels like a good opportunity to use this odd piece. And another 2x2, which I really hope we have, please. Yes, we do. Wonderful. There. That's kind of weird. I'm going to switch that brick out for this one. And this, All right, it's fine. We can just slap another 1x2 on there and brace it on the next layer. Okay, let's see, where's the, okay, there we have our 1x2. And now we need to brace it with Chinese brick, which I have over here. That's a what? All right, grab all the Chinese bricks, bring them over here. There. Why do I feel like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I feel like the colors of the stream are really bad. I don't know, is that just me or something? Don't know. Whoa, what did I just do? What is going on? Hold on. What is this? Chat, how do I take this off? Okay. I don't know what that was, but okay. I guess. Okay, weird. And I think we might be getting to the point where we need to add the blue and white layers now. So I'm just gonna grab 2 more 1x4s and slap them on. Let's see how much more we have. We have exactly 2 bricks to go, so this looks like a great opportunity to make the blue and white layers. Now, I think the white layer goes first. Yes, it does. So we're gonna make the white layer first. Should be pretty simple and pretty straightforward. Just gonna do a little something like this. Ooh, I like that. That's a little bit off color. Don't like that. So I'm gonna put this here instead. Hey, welcome back, Sam. Good to have you back. Our stream has been extremely stagnant since you left, unfortunately, but it is good to have you back. And I think we might need actually an extra layer of plates on the top of this. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna finish this layer of white first and the blue on top. We'll see how it looks, and we'll see if we need to add an extra layer of plates on top or underneath. Does that sound good to y'all? All right. Now for the blue layer. Hold on. Let me do this actually. I'm gonna do this instead, so we can interlock things better. Like this. All right. Now we need a blue 1x2, which I really hope we have. Please tell me you have the blue 1x2. We do. All right. Okay. Ooh, I just realized we need to add the fins. We need to add those aerodynamic fins that the SS America had. Oh, but hey, look at this. Look at this funnel, Chad. Does it look a little bit funky? I don't know. Maybe it does. But at least we have somewhat of a funnel. I'm going to bring the SS America back now without breaking any part of it. Almost just broke a part of it. But, okay. So let's see how it looks like with the funnel. Let me raise up the camera. Hold on. Like that. Let's put it on. Ooh. Oh, dang, that looks good. That looks so good. All right, finally, we're getting some soul to the SS America. It does feel a little bit tall, though. What if we remove one layer? Let's just see. Let's just see how it looks. With one layer removed. Do I have an extra? Never mind. Okay. All right, that looks a little better than before, I must say. Now comes the challenge of adding the fin. Now, how are we going to add the fin on the back of it? I don't believe I have any blue. No way, I do. I do. Oh, Lord be praised. Gosh, wow. All right. Well, again, chat, looks like fate is certainly on my side. The stream has been deprived of my yapping. Unfortunately, yes. It is actually rather unfortunate. Your verbalization actually adds quite a bit to the stream, I would say. Now, does that work as a fin of sorts, chat? What is this like piece of dirt on here that's getting in the way here? It's not getting off. Gosh. It's making me want to say kurzak. That is what it's making me want to say. Anyways, I'm going to spiral if I say that again. It looks like we are going to have to make it 2 layers now, though. Since we put the fin on there. Now, it would be great if I had a blue 1 by 1 and... Did I just say kurzak? I'm actually dumb. I meant to say kurchak. Anyways, guys, I know you're all well familiar that that has been in my head for a while, but we're not going to let that get in the way right now, all right? By the way, I swear, if like tomorrow I get a bunch of comments on like a random country video spamming kurchak, I'm actually going to lose my mind, chat. So please don't do that. Now comes the question is, no way. I just found every single piece I need. Chat, wait, hold on. Is this, it can't be. It's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. It is too good to be true, but it is true. Let's go. Yes. All right. Now we have all the plates we need. Let's put it all back there. And now we have too much emphasis on the blue, just as I thought. So, for that reason, I'm going to add a layer of white as well. But, chat, how do you think that looks? Looks pretty SS America funnel-y, wouldn't you say? This next to that. Wait, is there any way I can scale it better? Whatever. It's fine. Looks good, I would say. All right, yeah, I would say so too, except for the fact that the blue actually seems thinner than the white on the reference pictures. Let me at least make the white as thick as the blue, see how that looks. Just to see how it looks. All right, I just realized you guys can't see what I'm doing, so I'm gonna fix that. There. Now, I need a 1x2 plate, preferably, not a modified tile. I do not need a modified tile. I need just a regular plate, please. Do I have any of those? I do. Great. Now I don't have to lose my mind. All right. Now we just need a 2x2 plate. That is 2x2 plate. If you're telling me that I don't have any, then I am actually gonna crash out. I'm gonna low-genuinely... By the way, this is a good segue. Do any of y'all in the chat have any clue what low-genuinely means? I get that it's like a combination of the words low-key and genuinely. But genuinely, I have no idea why that is or what it means. So if any of y'all have any sort of knowledge on that, please shed some light on this for me, because I actually would love to know what on earth it means. Or maybe you already said it and it actually means genuinely low-key or something like that. I don't know. This is why I'm asking you, Chad. Okay, how does that look? That low genuinely looks good. Whatever that means. I'm just gonna continue assuming that it means low-key genuine. I mean, that's what you would think it means. But I think that looks good. Wait, let's see the side profile. That kind of looks a little bit tall, to be honest. Let's try removing one layer of red. How about that? Let's try removing one layer of red, see if that does us any good. And if it doesn't, we'll just put it straight back. Alright, now, that looks a little better. That looks quite a bit better, I must say. Now that we have that, now it might be a good idea to connect it officially. Alright, so for that, I'm gonna need the help of quite a unique piece. Welcome back to the stream, Freaky French Fries! So good to see you. So good to see you. I love that username so much, bro. Yeah, it is just a shorter way of saying I low-key genuinely love this song or something. Huh. Okay, well, I guess I was right then. That is interesting. I mean, hey, I'm all for making things shorter. All for making things shorter. Low-genuinely, though. It's kind of fun to say. Kind of like kurchak. No, nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No kurchaks here. Please. Alright. I feel like the angle, though... And, ooh! I just spotted something here. You see that? Right there? You see, like, that little square part of the funnel. Is that there in real life? Hold on, chat. We gotta check this out. Yeah, look at that. There's a little square... Oh, you guys can't see. Oops. There. All right. So you see there's a sort of square section there. Is it just me? Wait, hold on, chat. Is it just me? Or do the two funnels look slightly different from each other? Either one's a little bit stretched and curved. The one in the front, by the way, I should mention, is actually a dummy funnel. It actually does nothing on the... It did nothing on the real ship. It was only the second funnel. Actually, one's taller than the other. Yeah, it looks like that. Or, I guess it could be an optical illusion, but one... Maybe somebody drew it wrong? I don't know. Yeah, I think you guys are right. The second one is taller. Let me pull out a line here. Yeah, chat, look at that. It is ever so slightly taller than the first funnel. That is odd. That can't be on the real thing. This has to be like a drawing mistake. Can't, right? Okay, well, this is kind of a weird angle, so... Let's see, how about here? This isn't a real-life picture, but I guess just a little bit more. Huh. I mean, they seem to be the same height in all the other pictures. I guess. Does that mean that we can no longer trust that one? I'm having some real questions of loyalty here now. I mean, really, the only reason I went here was to see how wide the funnels were. So, I do declare an anatomical mistake. Yes. All right. Is there any way we can report this or something? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No reason to report this little of a detail, but I do think I have lost some trust for this image now. So it is for that reason that I'm going to stop using it and instead go over to the actual real image. Because that, I mean, there's no way that it can be not right. I mean, this is a picture from what, like 60s, 50s, something like that. So, I mean, Photoshop was a thing, but not to that degree, and I doubt they would do it to such a historical thing. So I think we can trust this a little bit more. Sue, you're absolutely right, freaky French fries. I should sue them for that mistake. That is a horrendous mistake. And a war crime of a mistake. All right, but I mean, look at the top of the funnels. I feel like the white and the blue are a little bit too thick. The thing is, though, how do we change that? Your great-grandma said that it couldn't be false if it was in a picture or a magazine. I guess that makes sense. I would trust a picture a lot more than a magazine, though, but I can't argue with wisdom like that. I can't argue. Excuse me. For some reason, I've been noticing recently that the more I talk on these streams, the more and more my nose, for some reason, gets really congested. I don't know why that's correlating like that. Maybe it's because I'm constantly bending down to look for bricks and my nose just gets really congested, but again, whoa, freaky French fries. I see where you get your name from now. I'm joking. I'm just joking. But yeah, no, that's crazy. That's crazy. Show her an AI photo of Joe Biden and Trump kissing. Wow. Gosh, my nose is really killing me at the moment. You know what? That makes me want to say kurchak again. Kurchak. And you know what? From this point onward, I'm not going to doubt them anymore. At this point, I'm going to embrace the kurchaki. Anyways. Oh dear, this is interesting. Okay. Anyways, I wonder... See, the thing is... Okay. Step back. Let me vocabulate what I'm trying to say here. So these two bands, they feel like they're a little bit too thick for their own good. All right? We can all agree on that. So I feel like because we need the fin, we can just, if it's possible, we can just use 2 more layers of plates on top of this. English, my guy. Speak English. We can remove this lower layer of plates. Okay, so actions speak louder than words. So let me see if I can try to find the pieces I need. Actually, I think I have. Actually. Wait, let me grab my separator. Okay. So, I'm just going to grab some pieces real quick. Alright, Chad, bear with me here. I'm just grabbing a couple pieces here. Sorry for the silence. I'm just reluctant to separating this one piece. Okay. So, let's see. Alright, so I'm going to remove these pieces here now. Try not to block the light. Ooh, I just realized, if we do this, then that means we're going to have to do it for the other funnel as well. Dang it, didn't realize that. More so, forgot to realize that. Gosh. All right. Let's see. Well, looks like we got a pretty heated conversation going on in the chat now. One that I cannot comment at the moment. But let's see. Okay, does my mic work now? Can my mic just like work now, please? That would be nice. Let's see. Will my mic work now? Hold on here, chat. I'm just gonna do a quick test. Hello? Is this mic on? Wait, hold on. Cheesecake! Did that work, chat? Kurzak! Sorry, Kurchak! Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry. I had to make sure it works. Okay, looks like my mic recharged. Sorry about that. I'm Sam. I'm so sorry. I had to do it to make sure. Okay. Now I have my mic back. I can now be on the other side of the room as I am now, and you guys will not even be able to tell the difference. So I'm gonna dig a little bit, see if I can find any more nice blue plates. Specifically 1x2s and 1x4s is what I'm looking for. And here, the most. Okay, where's the bin where I had a lot of these last time? Ooh, a 2x2. That is very useful. 4x4, that's going to be useful for the next funnel. Very, very useful. Ooh, that's weird. That's a weird piece. Okay. So far, finding plenty good, but also plenty not as good. No, I just saw 1x4. Where'd it go? No, where'd it go? Oh, never mind. It wasn't a 1x4. It was a wedge. I'm hallucinating, chat. I think we've reached a point in the night where I'm starting to hallucinate pieces. Okay, please. I just need a 1x4 in blue. Is that too much to ask? Maybe it is because I see none in this box. I mean, I'm finding plenty of 2x4s. That's at least something. And other miscellaneous pieces. So, I mean, there's always that. There's always that. Alright, I'm going to try to make do with the pieces I have just found, and we'll see how far that gets us. We'll see. Base boosted? Yeah, for real. I'm sorry about that. Base boosted Kurchaki. Yeah, I'm gonna clip that after the stream is done and upload it to the clips channel because that was actually, I don't know. I mean that was kind of funny. Y'all have to agree. Just Kurchak. All right, I'm gonna stop now. All right, we have these wonderful blue corner pieces now. So, right. So that's not gonna work. Actually, these corner bricks are actually kind of my life force, right? So we're not gonna use them. But what we are going to use is the 1x2 looks like, and this and that and this. Okay. Wait, hold on. We might not actually need to do another layer. You just killed chat. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. I had to for the memes. I promise you guys. I'm gonna go back in the stream, clip this, and upload it to the clips channel because that was legendary. Dang, with that chat, freaky French fries, I'm starting to feel like queso now. Not like size wise. I'm okay. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like queso chat level of speaking. I clicked on the link to the clips channel and said the link was invalid. Oh. Hmm. Um. Where was this link, Sam? Was it on a video? Because I know some of those are invalid, but or was it in my bio? Because if so, I need to get that fixed ASAP. Queso does the my thing. Oh yes, yes. For anyone watching has been watching since I started doing these streams last February, which I don't think there is anybody, but you may remember how I had, before doing that stream to get inspired and prepare myself for that stream, I had watched upwards of 26 hours of queso to prepare myself for doing that live stream. Ooh, wait, chat, hold on. Hold on, chat. I think I may have cooked. In my bio? Oh, okay. All right. Well, after the stream, I'm going to fix that ASAP because that is really not good. We don't need that to happen. That looks bad. We need to add one more thing. All right. One more layer, I mean. How are we going to do that? That is a good question. Yeah, we're gonna need to harvest some more plates from somewhere. It seems. All right, now where could we get more plates? From where? Right. All right, Chad. I have no idea where I could get some more plates from right now. To be honest with you, this is looking bad. All right. Oh, let's see. What other boxes have I not checked in yet that have a potential for having many blue bricks? Sorry, blue plates. Before I jinx myself in the wrong direction. All right. What I really need right now is blue 1x4s. If I could just find some blue 1x4s, I'm gonna be absolutely golden. I found one. Oh my gosh! All right, that's a great sign. If I could just find one more. If I could find one more, we will be not even golden. We won't even be platinum. We'll be nuclear. Okay, well that's kind of crazy, but you get what I mean. Whoa, crazy stutter there. What the heck? Okay, I'm finding one 2x3s. Wait, no, wait. Okay, almost lost the 2x3. I actually realized at the last moment that we need those. Right, another queso moment happened there. It's giving the cow vibes. If you'll know what I'm talking about. Alright, that should be good enough for now. We'll see where this gets us. Right, great. Now I'm thinking about cows because of that. Y'all know that one queso clip where I don't exactly remember what happens. All I remember is the cow. Whatever. All right. No way! We got Beckham Williamson in the chat. Oh my gosh! It is so great to see your face, man. It is so great to see your face. It has been a while. Best officer in Arkansas. I love Arkansas. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, what do they have in Arkansas? Like a genuine question. Does anybody know what is in Arkansas other than minerals and giant highways? I've only met one person from Arkansas, and that was in Pennsylvania. How they got there, they never told me, but I don't know. Ooh, actually, we can use the um corner plates there. By the way, again, congratulations on your coming back to YouTube, Beckham Williamson. I've seen some of your recent videos, and it is good to have you back, man. Good to have you back on here. Arkansas is like Finland; they only exist in a map. Oh goodness, that's actually kind of good. That's actually kind of a good point. I mean, really, what else does it do other than exist? If you think about it, I mean, it's just Arkansas. By the way, how do you say it? Is it Arkansas or Arkansas? Because I've always had a very, very, um, a very large tendency to say Arkansas, but I don't know. Arkansas. Yeah, I guess. All right, I guess that is how you say it then. Arkansas. All right. Well, speaking of arcs sawing, this actually has nothing to do with arc sawing, actually, but I think that looks way better. What do you think, chat? Wait, let me raise that up a little bit. That looks a lot more proportional, a lot better. Looking at the reference pictures. Welcome back, Freaky French Fries. Thank you, Wayne. French fries. Is that Caroline? I don't know. Hard to say. I don't think it is, but I don't know. We could see. But I think those compared to this is pretty fire. Is pretty fire, not gonna lie. I'm actually surprised with how well it turned out. Right, wow, 8:22. All right. Well, looks like we got about 15 minutes, I think. I'm gonna go 15 more minutes till the end of the stream. All right. That is her. We can confirm that, Sam. All right. I feel like I should make you a moderator, Sam, at this point. Like, you're contributing so much to the stream at this point, I feel like I should just make you a moderator. I don't know. I'll do some thinking of that. Maybe, definitely by next stream, I'll have an answer. Maybe whether you shall or shall not be a moderator, Sam. Okay, but for the time being, I'm gonna take out this angled bracket out of here. I'm gonna take it out, and there's our finished funnel, guys. We did it. We have finished the goal of the stream. Now, I would like to integrate it at least somewhat before I have to leave you guys. So I'm gonna build up the skeleton just a little bit more, so we can get to that point where we can just start working on deck details. And wow, look at the size of this. Holy, what is that? A 2x16? Crazy. Should we put it there, Chad, or should we use it for measuring? I'm leaning towards putting it there, to be honest. So we're gonna put it there. All right, think. Yes, I shall think, Sam. I shall go through the rounds, and I shall make my decision by next week. Ooh. Oh, wow, did you see that? Wait, can I do a bottle flip? Well, that just went to the back roofs. Okay. Can I get that back? Is that an option for me to get my water bottle back? Okay, well, looks like that's not enough water for a bottle flip. Clip that? Yes, I'm gonna clip it. Okay, thank you, Sam. That will definitely save me some time later on having to clip that. And then if you want, you can just send it to me. That was. We're getting so many clips out of this chat. More speak English, man. More than maybe the first stream I ever did. Y'all go over to George58RG's channel, my good old chum. He'll have a pretty funny clip from that on his channel. Anyways, I think now, Chad, is that enough liquid fluid for a water bottle flip? Let's see. Wait, let me move this so it doesn't go to the back rooms again. Okay, it looks like I can move it. All right, let's see. Motor Truth. Okay, maybe a little bit less water. Can I land the bottle flip? Oh! First try! Let's go! That is a clip right there if I've ever seen one. Let's go. Okay. Anyways, where were we? Right, I was building the skeleton. Let's get back to that. Right, actually, I just realized we are completely free to use all the red bricks because we finished the water line today, Chad. We're completely free to use red bricks now. All right. I think I'm gonna set the camera up in a way so that I can make a really cool time lapse out of this sometime in the future. So I'm not gonna move it until the end of the stream. So that way we can have a cool time lapse by the time all this is done. Kind of sad that I didn't think to do that for the SS United States last year until like the last couple of streams. Because having a time lapse of that being built would have been really darn cool. Not gonna lie. But it is what it is. So this year, I'm gonna make double sure that I do that. I just realized we need to find a way to make a line of white plates there to avoid the inserts, sort of, for the big, dang it, the big letters, the big pre-war letters that we're gonna put in there at some point. So how are we gonna do that? Is the question at this point. We could do something like that. That could work if we remove this, first things first. And I think we had another piece similar to that earlier. Yes, we do. All right, perfect. There. So then that will just kind of be floating there for a while until we attach the... Dang it, what's it called? The letters! The dang letters. So we attach them. Okay. Do we really need a filler plate there? I don't think so. So instead, I'm going to put just a regular old filler brick. If I can squeeze it in there, if that is possible. Oh, did I snap something? Okay, well, thank goodness this isn't a reddish brown brick, because then I think I would actually be cooked. Oh! Welp, that happened. We're not going to ask why. Actually, I'm going to keep it off for now so that doesn't happen again. If I can only pry this enough to slide this in there. You know what? I'm giving up on that. I'm just going to put a filler plate in there, call it a day. Do we have any? Oh, we can just put this there. That works well enough. Right there. All right, now we definitely need plenty of filler plate here. So that way we can somewhat stabilize those parts. Okay. We put those like that. I mean, this is a way that I've certainly never built a ship before. Just not have the black part. It's a little weird, I must say. A little bit of a weird feeling to do that. And oh, we can just literally leave it hanging there like that. Oh no, your eardrums exploded? Wait, is the mic too close to my face again? I should probably move it. Sam, or is that from before? Either way, Sam, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for doing that. Um, maybe my mic is a little bit too close. Let me move it a little bit farther down my chest. There we go. That should be better. This reminds me that this is actually pretty good practice for the aviation podcast, Sam, that your brother proposed to do with me, by the way. I got to go. All right, Beckham Williamson, thank you so much for joining in, man. It's been a pleasure to see your face again. And I hope to see you around. It's good to have you back on YouTube. Yeah, I'll see you later. I'll see you around, Beckham. Mr. Beckham Williamson. I will see you around. All right. Okay. That brick doesn't look as discolored there. Oh, shoot. Are we good? Okay, so now we just need to do the same on the other side. Let's see here. This brick doesn't look too discolored to me. Does that look a little bit discolored to you guys? I don't think so. I think we're good. All right. There. He was legit. Your brother? I'm pretty sure. He spent like an hour talking to me today about it. And he said he's got all the equipment and stuff, and he's been making plans where we're gonna do it, like at the museum I work at, the Harrier retirement, and the Quantico Marine Base Station. So I think your brother might be legit, Sam. I think he might be. I don't know, unless this is a really elaborate kind of leg pull, then I'm not sure. Good luck. My brother will be an interesting podcast partner. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm always open to ideas, and I guess I'm just along for the ride at this point. And now, now we just need an adequate way to get to the other side of here. I want to at least make the frame for today and get to the other side. Why did the kurchak cross the road? Oh my gosh! Can I really not stop thinking about kurchak? Well, I guess as long as we have that Polish brick, I shall be thinking about it. Oh wait, I forgot. And those Polish bricks down there. Got those as well. So definitely plenty of reminders about kurchaks, unfortunately. Oh well, we're just gonna have to keep going then. Let's see. I need more white plates. Where could I find some really long ones? Is the question. Okay, I found some. Ooh, I found a couple good ones. None of them are really what I need, but that's fine. Make do with them well enough. Oops. My computer has turned off. That is bad. There we go. All right. So now I shall continue with the kurchak. I mean the building. Goodness gracious me! Can I stop thinking about them for a second? Uh, mm, the other bad thing is, Chad, that I feel like we right. I was talking to my grandma. I think he might genuinely be legit. Hmm. I mean I think he might be. He seems like he's putting a lot of effort into it, and I mean I'm all for it. I'm interested to see what will happen, and I guess the best I can do is just let it happen. Let it happen. Okay, I'm done. I think I'm gonna. That actually reminds me. I used to sing so much on these streams. Like last year, if any of y'all were here, who were watching, that were watching last year, like whenever I had no idea what to say, I would just start bursting into song. And I feel like I kind of stopped doing that. Maybe I've gotten better at thinking on the fly, thanks to these streams. But I don't know. Locanually, What it really is a fun word to say. Almost as fun as kurchak. Almost. What on earth happened to this brick? Is the Locanuan question. Like, what is this substance on it? Is that dust or what is that? Locanually. Ooh! Wait. Oh! That's nasty. Wait. No. I swear, if this is rat fecal matter. Brother, oh, oh. Oh gosh. Oh, chat. I don't know. This is really looking like rodent fecal matter to me. I don't know what to do about this. I'm just gonna use another break because I can't deal with it. Okay. Okay, we're going to locanually move on. All right, let's see. Grab these bricks. Actually, could use these said plates to do what? To continue the white band towards the end. Do all. All right, whatever. How would it be rat? I meant to say mouse, not rat, by the way, but it could be. I got the brick secondhand from a secondhand store, probably bricks and minifigs. So you never know what what the people who owned that brick were doing to that brick. So I don't know. I'm not gonna dwell on it for too much because I don't want to, because it sounds kind of disgusting. So I'm gonna move on. Ugh. Mm. Mm. Oh yeah, I was gonna use this. Actually, I'm gonna use that there. All right. The Samtatorship promotes freedom and life under the righteous ruler me. Yes, indeed, the Samtatorship is strong. And we're almost at the end there. That is quite nice to think about, if you ask me. Let's see, is that all it's gonna take? So let's pull out those black Chinese bricks again. And no Texas? You never said that, Sam, so I don't know. I might be that is certainly a lot more enticing than it was before. Uh, okay. I felt like it froze for a second. Did any of y'all feel that as well? I don't know. I felt like it froze. Anyways, we're back on the Chinese bricks. We're going there, getting those Chinese bricky doos in there. All right. Let me type a contract. I think that might be necessary, Sam. Because no taxes? That's too good to be true. All right, now I just need a few more Chinese bricks. I'm not employed, so I can't pay taxes, so no taxes for anyone living under the Samtatorship. But does that change when you do become employed, though? Insert Dexter shrug pose. All right. Let me see. That looks like a good situation for a 2x2. So I'm gonna use it. And oh, I guess I have one in my hand that I didn't realize. That is wonderful. All right, there. All right, it doesn't change. I am bewildered. I'm absolutely bewildered. I guess you have a point there, Sam. I guess you do have a point. All right, let's see. Now there, if I had some 2x3s, I do. That is awesome. And if only I had another one, which I really hope I do have another one. But there's always the possibility that I don't. This reminds me, Chad. I really. Oh, I do have another one. But anyways, I really need to make a run to bricks and minifigs and get some more parts for this. Cause I mean, we are already almost out of white bricks, and since we're pretty much done with the red bricks and almost done with the black bricks, I mean, look at how much we have left on the black brick side. Um, we we really only need more white bricks. That is really the only thing, only thing we need, and also $1, I suppose, because $1 is all I need. Okay, I said I wouldn't bring back singing, and I just did. So I guess does that mean that I break my own rules? I'd rather not. I don't know. No taxes, but you have to participate in weekly service projects. That sounds a little familiar to me, Sam. I don't know if that's just me, but that sounds like something of another completely popular government does. But it could be just me, though. It's probably just me. I don't know. Insert another Dexter Shrug pose. Alright, I guess we can keep that like that. Anyways, I just did that so the bricks could interlock better. Alright, well, there we go. We have officially bridged the gap between the two sides, and we got the kurchak to cross the road. Okay, that's where I stop. Ah, darn kurchaks. Anyways, I don't even know if I have enough white bricks to get me to the other side of that. Not like that. Okay. I got what you meant, Sam. I couldn't help pointing out that one discrepancy. Just that one. All right. Speaking of discrepancies, we need to make sure that this area here does not become one. You know what, Chad? At this point, it looks like we will be finished with the SS America like 2 months ahead of schedule. Because if y'all remember, I originally projected for this to be finished by late May, early June. And I mean, today, like, look, we got the full length of the girl done. And now all this there really is to do is build up the poop deck, add the second funnel, add the necessary deck details, excuse me, and we'll be done. So looks like we're going to be done way ahead of schedule, and we'll have to move on to building the next ship, the SS Atlantic. And once we're done with that, then we won't have any ships for a while, and that'll be sad. Well, at least I guess until the next ship vote. Okay. Now I'm actually not sure. I honestly don't think, because the sad thing is, Chad, the sad thing is, we have this gigantic bag of Chinese white bricks. But see, they're just really off color. You see how off color that is? It's like almost like a cream sort of color next to this very matte white. And so I just wasted like $40 on this off color, cream colored Chinese white bricks. That sounds really sus, so I'm gonna stop saying that. So the only option is for me to get the bricks from secondhand stores, which is really unfortunate because that kind of limits the amount of readily available supply I can have. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this here, hopefully help with the rigidity. And on top of that, it looks like we've got some more plate action, so that'll make it even more rigid. And then last thing will be to integrate the funnel, and I think we shall be done for the day. All right, but the question is, do I have any more white plate? I do. All right, so we can just put that there like that. Don't know if we'll be able to get much more of the other side though. Unless, of course, I find a super long random white plate within the next 2 minutes. Then in that case, we shall be way better off. But the chances of that happening are slim. Not zero, but are very slim. Well, would you look at that? I just found one. What did I say, Chad? What did I say? Okay, like I said, fate is on my side today. It's very much on my side. We just need some bracing in that area, really, so I'm just gonna put this here, like this. Ooh, now that is bad. Gotta fix that. Okay. Just gonna put that there. I'm gonna put that there. And that's good. Enough. That should be enough rigidity for now. This one is surprisingly rigid. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, we were supposed to have the funnel in by now. Don't know why we haven't done that yet. I think it was because we were integrating stuff. So, I mean, not integrating, building up the hull. So, let's do that now. And, oh, I just found a super long white piece that fits perfectly in that slot. How perfect is that? Insanely perfect. Now look at how it's so rigid. It pops. It pops this out. Oh, never mind. I gotta stop doing this before I eat more of my words. Okay. Right there. Now we need another white brick. Then that feels like a good spot to use that weird piece. Not gonna lie, feels like a pretty good spot to use that. Put that there. And just gonna build up a little bit more. Just get that funnel nicely situated on there. And we will call it a day. All right, so it looks like we need some filler plate right there. This orange one should do the trick well enough. Then on top of that, we need another filler plate, it seems, which we can utilize in the form of this piece. Or actually, wait, no. Sure, we'll utilize it in the form of this piece. I'm gonna put it on this side so we can keep the Polish brick exposed for a little bit longer, because I just like looking at it. All right. How are we gonna make this structural? Suppose we could do something like this. Yeah, that works. That works pretty well, actually. Surprisingly well. There we go. That's nice and secure. Still got that Polish brick exposed for a little bit longer. And now, it's just a matter of putting on a few more white bricks. And actually, no, I want to put a 2x4 there instead. It'll make things interlock a little bit better. And put the 2x6 on that side, actually. There we go. Extend the lifeboat deck just a bit like that. And now we're on to this part. So we will do it like that. And then what? Then we need to put a filler plate there. Yeah, this red one. That should work pretty nicely. And then can put that there. And I think that could be good. I'll move the chair closer. Move it around. There we go. Chad, there we go. I think. Wait, let's take a look at the side profile. Ooh. Ooh, that's tough. That is tough. I mean, that compared to that. Real thing, Lego thing. Real thing, Lego thing. I think that is pretty good. And it will look even better once we get the second funnel in there. And my mic has just flipped over. That's not good. And I think it'll look even better once we have that second funnel on there. I think it's going to look absolutely top notch, of the absolute first merit. So I think that is probably might just be the best possible place for us to end the stream off, because I mean, look at the progress we did today, guys. We not only built out the hull to half length, we built it out to full length. Full length, details and all, shaping, everything, even the rudder back there. This is its final length, guys. Actually, before we go completely, I'm gonna raise the camera a bit, and I'm gonna turn around, and I'm gonna carry it over to my other ship mocks, and we're gonna see how it compares. So zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna walk over there with the SS America now, and we shall see how she compares to the others. See if she's even in good scale. Oh yes, she's in perfect scale. Chad, look at this. Look at this. This is incredible stuff right here. I mean, just look at this. Oh yeah. Yeah, we absolutely cooked. All right, well, I'm going to carry it back over here now. Set it down carefully. And I think I'm going to begin signing off. All right, so I think, Chad, that is going to conclude part 5 of building the Lego SS America. Oh my, how much progress did we get done on this thing? I mean, we got the full length of her done. The full length. We got the main goal, I remind you, was to just get the funnel. We got the whole rest of the ship done. I mean, if that's not productivity encompassed in one object, I don't know what is. This might have just been the most productive stream of mine ever in history. Like, this is insane. But anyways, that is going to do it for this week's stream. Next week's stream, we will work on the top deck section here, work our way towards the second funnel, maybe even get to the second funnel itself, but we'll see how things pan out. We probably will, so I'll put it as a goal just for us to aim high, since we aimed low and we went absolutely high today. So I'll probably be able to get to Bricks and Minifigs or some secondhand store like that during the week. I'll be able to get all those pieces set in, and we shall continue building the top deck. But for now, that is going to do it for this week's stream. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. Thank you, Sam, for being here this whole time. It means a great deal to me. So thank you so much, Sam, for being here. I'm going to definitely think about it. And maybe next week I will make you a moderator. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything. It is 9 o'clock right now. So definitely a lot later than we should be ending this stream. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. And until the next stream, goodbye.